Thank you, Rochelle. Good evening, Chair Lang, members of the board, and fellow CRPD staff. Melissa and I are pleased to be here this evening to give this presentation. As the title of our presentation suggests, we are in unprecedented times. And as we all know, our community and organization has had to deal with unprecedented times on a few different occasions over the past few years. But each time our community and staff have risen to the occasion. Our presentation tonight will show a variety of ways that our staff has continued to provide services, engage the community, and enrich the quality of life in the Conejo Valley during the COVID-19 pandemic. Since the beginning of the pandemic, specific services have been deemed essential, and the following are essential services that CRPD has been providing. The Senior Nutrition Program is a federally funded grant program available to anyone ages 60 and older, jointly operated by CRPD and Ventura County Agency on Aging. I do have a video that in the sake of time, I'd like to play, and I'll talk over the video. Since the COVID-19 crisis began, CSCP and global staff, including Julie Spivak, Patty Ham, Mike McAdam, Victor Melchor, and several others have been working tirelessly to ensure seniors in our community continue receiving meals. Initially, this was a challenge with the newly imposed stay-at-home orders, but fueled by a passion to serve and a love of their senior patrons, staff immediately developed a minimal contact drive-through system, instituted physical distancing measures for their walk-up patrons, and partnered with Senior Concerns for delivery services. Prior to the pandemic, Senior Nutrition served approximately 60 meals per day, and are now serving an average of approximately 140 meals per day. From March 13th through May 31st, staff have served a total of 7,657 meals, of which 5,866 have been hot meals, and 1,791 were either shelf-stable kits, frozen meals, or meals from the World Central Kitchen. In addition to serving meals, staff have helped fulfill another essential service to our seniors. They have provided socialization and a few minutes of interaction enjoyed to individuals who would otherwise potentially have no human interaction. Some have described the service as a lifesaver and the experience as, quote, the spark of their day. Moving on to our next program, the Safe Passage Lunch Program. This has been a successful partnership between the Conejo Unified School District, the Safe Passage Youth Foundation, CRPD, Art Trek, and several volunteers. Together, they have ensured that lunches have continuously been served at both the 850 Warwick apartment complex and the Conejo Creek condominiums for families in the neighborhood who would normally rely on lunchtime meals provided at the school. On average, approximately 85 meals are served daily at 850 Warwick and approximately 220 lunches daily at Conejo Creek. CVUSD has provided the food, while Safe Passage, CRPD, Art Trek, and volunteers have helped with the distribution and coordination of other supplies and necessities. Through the efforts of Tim Hagel, the Safe Passage Youth Foundation has secured thousands of donated items, including diapers, baby formula, and fresh produce, has coordinated donated meals from local restaurants on weekends, and has ensured all families have Wi-Fi capabilities at home so that children can participate in distance learning. Art Trek and CRPD have provided art projects and enrichment activities to families while also acting as a liaison between the families and the school district to assist with distant learning and to secure learning materials. This past Friday, shown in the picture, 3 CRPD staff members who live or have lived at 850 Warwick and have been working the lunch program were presented with multiple scholarships from the Safe Passage Foundation, Art Trek, and a local donor with love from Grandma to assist them with their post-secondary education. All 3 just recently graduated from Thousand Oaks High School. Food Share Ventura County is a nonprofit organization and member of the Feeding America Network, the nation's largest hunger relief organization that distributes nearly 12 million meals annually to over 75,000 people experiencing hunger. Normally following a food pantry model, they reached out to CRPD in late March looking for a location to serve as a large drive-through distribution center. Utilizing both Conejo Creek South and Conejo Creek North at different times, 10 to 14 part-time CRPD staff members from 8 different units have been assisting with registration and food distribution every Thursday since April 2nd, and they were out there today. For some staff, this has been their only weekly shift for months, but they continuously report to work with a smile, a great work ethic, and a sense of purpose, knowing they are assisting their community during these difficult times. Each week, approximately 400 food kits have been distributed to residents of Newbury Park and Thousand Oaks who are in need of food. We'll be trading off. Melissa's up now.
Thank you, Tim. When the stay-at-home order went into place, blood donation agencies saw a decrease in people coming out to donate. CRPD was asked to open facilities to conduct drives while adhering to the COVID-19 guidelines, which called for by-appointment-only donations. The American Red Cross and Vitalant, which operates blood drives for Los Robles Hospital, have utilized CRPD locations since March. The fabulous Thousand Oaks Teen Center has hosted 6 of these drives, each one having over 60 draws. Orchard Community Center has also hosted 2 drives with over 60 drives as well. Now we'd like to move into some of the community engagements the division has been working on. The first being the Acorn ad. In an effort to support local print media and find ways to continue to connect CRPD to the community, the division signed on to take out 8 full-page color ads in the Thousand Oaks Acorn. Content was collected from all units to try to engage all scopes of service. Fun historical trivia, what park is this weekly contest, kids activities that included connections to partner organizations like CVUSD were incorporated into these weekly spreads. When the quarantine went into effect, the community started relying more than ever on virtual ways to make connections. CRPD Marketing and Communications Assistant Kelly Madison has increased postings on our Facebook and Instagram to inform the public of closing and opening of amenities. All units started increasing social media postings that included facility updates, ideas for simple at-home projects and games, and of course, Senior Adult Center Supervisor Patty Ham's weekly 2-2 Tuesday postings. As the stay-at-home order continued to be extended, staff were creative and correlated postings with events that were being canceled. Examples of that is when the popular Bark in the Park event was canceled, staff posted fun dog bone recipes that you can make at home with your pet. A fun program that the division just completed implementing is the Conejo at Home campaign. The idea originated from Heather Cousins at the Thousand Oaks Library. She had seen another rec division up north doing something similar and offered to supply gently used donated books if we were to implement. The campaign started on the premise of leaving a bag of recreation materials on a patron's doorstep that contained fun rec supplies and other materials that you would find during one of our programs. Staff ran with this program and really made it their own. Each unit delivered 10 bags to randomly selected patrons from their winter or spring rosters, totaling 100 bags that have gone out to the community. Not only did they ding-dong ditch, but some units found additional ways to engage, including staff delivering personalized karaoke performances or plays in a bag, which included scripts, costumes, and USB drives to record their show. The response that we received from this campaign was overwhelming. There was an outpour of thank you that we needed to hear from the community on the district's Facebook page. One dad even used his sidewalk chalk to say God. His family was so surprised to receive their bag and gave us what we needed to hear. They couldn't wait to make it back to our program.
Headed by Kelly Madison of the Marketing and Communications Unit, the Virtual Recreation Center went live on CRPD website early on during the crisis on April 1st and has received over 1,800 page views since. The Virtual Rec Center is a place for fun, education, and resources to the community while they are confined to their homes. This webpage offers several links to free online options for indoor fitness activities, kid-oriented videos, virtual tours, educational games, audiobooks, suggested outdoor activities where physical distancing is easily achievable, and much more. Additionally, the Virtual Rec Center offers multiple links to stay informed on the latest COVID-19 information and resources for seniors seeking additional services. This webpage continues to be updated whenever Kelly comes across something interesting to add, and has also been utilized to display submissions of our Acorn art contest, which is the picture on the right. Virtual programming and online classes are not exactly what most of us have in mind when we think of recreation. Those of us who work in the recreation field are often social by nature and enjoy being hands-on and interacting on a personal level. When the ability to do so is taken away, however, we must evolve and come up with new ways to interact, engage, and enrich the community. Virtual programming has emerged as a way for CRPD to continue doing that during this time. Multiple units have created their own staff-led online programs and coordinate with percentage contract instructors to offer virtual courses. Examples include the following. Since Friday, May 1st, the therapeutic recreation patrons have been participating in a weekly program called Virtual Games with Friends via the Zoom app. Registration has been free and open to the participants ages 15 and older, serving as a way for participants who have been following stay-at-home orders to see their friends. Every Friday features a different game, including bingo, charades, hangman, trivia, and guess that song. Led by TR supervisors Devin Herbert and coordinator Cheryl Jew, the program has been a big success. Participant attendance has been consistently upwards of 18 people, and the Tri-County Regional Center has reached out to staff asking for more programs like this for all ages. TR unit is currently working on adding more virtual programming. Tomorrow night, the cultural unit will be live streaming a modern magic show that will feature audience participation. And additionally, the Comedy on the Hill program that traditionally takes place on the second Saturday of each month will return in a virtual format next Saturday, June 13th. Offered through the Teen Center, independent contractor instructor Dr. Steve is offering a Zoom class for ages 11 and older. This specific class, titled COVID-19 An Introduction, deals with the science behind COVID-19 and will clarify some of the information and misinformation regarding this new coronavirus. Global Center has also offered 2 Zoom classes taught by volunteer instructors. The Meaning of Opera started on April 27th and runs every Monday afternoon, and a meditation class began on May 14th and runs every Thursday afternoon. Both programs have seen between 10 and 12 participants for each class. Staff continues to pursue more virtual class options as we move forward. CSBP volunteers have repeatedly stepped up to answer the call to meet the need for facial masks and medical caps for individuals and essential workers in the Conejo Valley. As of the middle of May 13th, 13 different volunteers have produced and donated over 2,100 homemade masks and over 250 homemade medical caps to 23 different local organizations shown on the screen. CSCP Director Julie Spivak has been coordinating the pickup and delivery of all the products from volunteers to organizations. In preparation for the opening of our summer camp, CRPD has also received 300 homemade masks to be distributed among staff working our programs. They're actually very comfortable. We just got ours. The Therapeutic Recreation Supervisor, Devin Herbert, and Orchard Center Supervisor, Kurt Gunning, collaborated to create a video that aimed to show the Conejo Valley that CRPD continues to bring the community together in creative ways and to embrace an inclusive and diverse community of varying demographics. The video involved the simple concept of one person tossing a water bottle to be caught and then tossed again by another person, creating a metaphorical human chain and connecting everyone involved in the video.
Immediately following the shutdown of facilities, the Park District's preschool and pre-K teachers went to work preparing to move to a distance learning model. The district's classes from all 4 community centers have continued their programs online via live classroom Zoom meetings that have included stories, live figure plays, songs, and even show and tell. Teachers provided at-home packets that would go out via email that students can work on and feel like they were doing their homework, just like their own siblings were doing at home. Today, Dos Santos Preschool and Pre-K celebrated their graduation by doing a drive-by parade to say goodbye to teachers and classmates. Another way that CRPD online learning programs have continued is through the elementary music program. As CVUSD transitioned to their distance learning model, CRPD's elementary music program followed suit. These elective classes are part of the students' normal day and made a seamless transition via Zoom to run online. I want to share with you the numbers because they're impressive. Overall, 20 instructors have provided 150 weekly classes. 1,750 kids are participating. Band and Strings meets twice a week, with chorus meeting once a week. Here's a short culmination of one of the teachers' strings participate in an impressive Zoom performance. connect with local teens through the McDonald's gift card distribution. Harbor House of Thousand Oaks has donated 100 $5 gift cards that have been distributed by the Youth Outreach Team to local teens in low-rent apartment complexes. This program gives the outreach workers a reason and a chance to check in with teens and make sure they know that they are not forgotten about. One of the challenges that the full-time staff have had is to find ways to connect and reach out to their part-time staff that they no longer had hours for. Our Aquatics unit has come up with a fun contest. They challenge lifeguards to submit a Guardian on Quarantine photo. As you can see from the photos, they took this assignment very seriously. Classic rec games like scavenger hunts made their way into virtual staff meetings, and local in-residence magician Scott Buchanan has even conducted a magic trick during a Zoom meeting.
Sent this number, I know that nobody landed on the 10. You didn't land on the 3. I don't think you landed on the 9, and no one's on the 1 there. I feel really confident now, and I don't believe that 5, 7, and 11 are in. I believe that you're on the 6.
What? He was right.
This last idea was an idea spearheaded by Aquatics Supervisor Dee Pearson to acknowledge all CRPD employees who are either seniors in high school or college and unable to have traditional graduation ceremonies this year. She gathered photos, nicknames, the schools they will be attending in the fall, or the careers they will be pursuing from all the different units in our division and made a recognition video. In total, CRPD had 22 employees who either graduated from high school or college in 2020. On behalf of CRPD, we would like to congratulate all of our class of 2020 graduates.
That's great.
That concludes our presentation. Thank you, and we are available for any questions.